Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we are embarking on a super scientific, 100% accurate, and only slightly exaggerated journey through the history of art. Get ready to have your minds blown, or at least mildly tickled. When you think of art history, you might think of dusty museums and people staring seriously at things they don't quite understand. But let me tell you, art history is basically a soap opera with way more paint. It's got drama, scandals, and some very interesting fashion choices. Take any Renaissance portrait. The guy usually looks like he just smelled something bad, but he was probably just thinking about his inheritance or his terrible Wi-Fi connection. Our story begins with a lot of people wandering around in the cold. We are talking prehistoric times, before iPhones, before Netflix, and even before the invention of the avocado toast. Selfie. Imagine being stuck in a cave all winter. What do? Write in your journal? Draw some nice pictures of bison? No, you go all Banksy on the walls. They were basically tagging their hangouts before it was cool. Eventually, we get to ancient Egypt. This was the era when they decided everyone had to have giant heads and tiny bodies. I assume the pitch was, yes, your majesty. Your massive head represents your power, and your petite frame makes you more aerodynamic. Genius. And let's not forget their obsession with cats. Seriously, ancient Egypt was essentially just a giant, stone-carved cat video. Moving on to the Greeks. They were obsessed with the ideal body. Think washboard abs and muscles. That would make a professional bodybuilder jealous. Their statues were so perfect. They made everyone else feel bad about their snack habits. You can almost hear a guy named Gary saying, "Hey, check out this statue. You think I need to start doing squats?" And his friend replying, "Nah, man. He's just marble. It's not realistic." Then came the Middle Ages, where people were so focused on the afterlife that they kind of forgot how to draw faces. Everything was a bit unique. You know that friend who thinks their bad drawings are actually abstract expressionism. That was the entire Middle Ages. It's not bad, Gary, it's just symbolic. But finally, the Renaissance. Science, reason, and most importantly, people learning to draw things that actually look like things. They were all like, let's study anatomy. Let's understand perspective. We got masterpieces like the Mona Lisa. Speaking of which, can someone tell me what she's smiling about? Is she thinking about pizza? Or is she just happy she doesn't have to deal with social media drama? Next, the Baroque period. It was basically the Renaissance, but with the drama dial turned up to 11. Oh no, a dragon. Strike a theatrical pose. Quick, get the smoke machine. They were the original influencers, always posting about their most intense, high-contrast experiences. Then things got a bit more refined with the Rococo and Neoclassical periods. Lots of fancy clothes, elegant fans, and philosophical discussions. Basically, it was the original Bridgerton. By the 19th century, we hit Impressionism. This was all about capturing the fleeting moment. It was like they were always taking selfies with a permanent blur filter on. Hey Monet, what are you painting? I don't know, it's just a blur of light. But it's beautiful. Yes, but I can't actually see my hands. Finally, we enter the 20th century, where things start to get really weird. Cubism, surrealism, abstract expressionism. It was a contest to see who could make the most confusing thing possible. I painted a melting clock because time is fluid and our minds are warped by our subconscious. Oh, that's deep. I just drew a stick figure. Is that abstract? No, Gary, that's still just a bad drawing. And then we got pop art, the ultimate prankster. They turned everyday objects into high art. Campbell's soup, art. Marilyn Monroe's face repeated 50 times, art. One critic says, it represents the homogenization of modern society, while the artist is thinking, I just really like tomato soup. So, there you have it, a totally scientific history of art. From prehistoric bison to melting clocks and soup cans. The moral of the story? Art is weird, wonderful, and constantly changing. And sometimes, it's just a joke that got taken way too seriously. Thanks for watching. If you like this journey, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And remember, the next time you see a strange piece of art, don't judge it. It might just be ahead of its time. Or it might just be Gary's stick figure.